Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of our Minecraft Xbox One Survival Let's Play. Today we're going to look at two things. First of all, it's going to be the build which I've been working on for the last 3 weeks while we haven't had an episode. And second of all, we're going to look at making an automatic cocoa bean farm. Because I'm sick of looking at our crossroads rail track that we have in the middle of our world with all these random holes in it where the redstone is. Now if we put a piece of brown carpet over it, I'm not going to notice it as much. Now, obviously, I'm out by the jungle biome gathering a little bit of cocoa beans up and some jungle wood as well, just so we can get this thing started. We seem to have a random cut-off village down there, which I don't think I've ever been to. But, I mean, I'm not too far off my amplified terrain, which is, as you can see, it's loading in the background right there. I probably should have waited till day to start the episode off, but, I mean, I didn't really have a bed on me, and I wanted to get this episode on track. Now, the build that I've been working on for the last 3 weeks is actually over by where the tower is, essentially the guard tower we have on the opposite side of the world from here. Now, I'm going to just actually stop there just a second while the world loads in again, since I was out in the middle of nowhere, essentially. We need to sort that out as well at some point. But what we had recently was another little accident with some lightning, and I'm getting a little bit annoyed now with the lightning killing everything in my world. This time we lost Minder Multitool, the donkey. I'm a little bit sad because he's been in the house since I was trying to look back to see when the first time I'd found him. And I've noticed he's in like episode 19 or 20. He's a very small glimpse of him being there. I'm trying to kill these because I want llamas to spawn, which is the other thing I've been trying to work on recently, is getting a hold of at least a second llama so we can start breeding them and get the achievement. So if you don't know already, I've added a graveyard in the background. I swear I just saw a zombie up there. I might be going crazy. But these are all these first two are the two graveyards that we had back in episode 1. If you go all the way back, these are the two I had, but I've moved them from where they were over there over here, now that we have this nice little area next to the church. Obviously, the church needs working on as well. So obviously, these two are from Season 2, and these are the two from Season 3 which have died so far. I've been noticing a theme with Season 3 is stuff dying by strikes of lightning. It's a little bit annoying, but hey, I need to really move that pen. Otherwise, the pen which is right next to where I currently am storing all my stuff, it's just not really usable, especially when the lightning gets a hold of it in this world. I can try and sleep as many of them away as I can, but I still find that a lot of stuff spawns or dies, and you go past it and you just see these random bits of leather, or you'll see a saddle, and you're just wondering, why haven't I moved them earlier? So let's just sleep so we can get rid of the nighttime. Got a good view of the monument in the background there, which we made a couple of episodes ago. Now, I haven't actually decided on a location where we want to put this cocoa bean farm, so I'm probably thinking it's going to end up being in one of the houses down here. It doesn't really need too much. Essentially, all it is a 6-high pillar, which you can just manually break and place. I'm pretty sure there is a way of setting it up to be automatic with water, but I don't really need that much cocoa bean stuff, so I don't see the point of making a fully automatic cocoa bean farm if I'm not going to use it. So yeah, let's head up to where the new stuff is. So without really spoiling too much at the bottom of my screen, it's this that we've been working on. So let's just drop down right here. So first of all, you may notice now that it actually goes quite decently down without spoiling it too much, because I want to actually start off in the location which I've been using to get in and out. So obviously you've got the back of the iron golem farm there, which eventually will be removed. I don't really want to keep looking at it, especially considering that I'm not using it. I need to do a bit of terraforming to get rid of the bookcases on my left hand side right there, but essentially this was as best replicated as I could, plus a little bit of an extension down there, because you notice it's losing its circular shape a little bit at the bottom. But this is what we've come up with. Most of it is inspired by Arcus, but I've had to change some of it by the fact that he doesn't look at stuff long enough in his videos to make it so that you can copy his designs. So half of the top half will look very similar, but as we go further down, it has had to be changed into essentially my own designs from it. I have actually just got myself stuck right here, so I'll just end a pearl back out again. But yeah, it does have a nice little pathway which flows down on the side here, which I do want to go through and put like a little bit of wood in as well. Like he has some spruce wood in the floor, kind of directing the path down this direction. There's another view from the side. That is the area behind where the cliff face is. This leads out onto this side right here, which is eventually probably going to go inside like a clock tower, like a watchtower styled place, because it's an odd number, which means that I can work with it, which is really, really nice. goes down here into an even number, and then we have this sort of skylight, which I need to still finish, which really I should terraform that entire thing down to about here, and then continue the tower upwards. I've had a couple of creeper accidents in here, and this is where I've been keeping all of the stone which I've been gathering, because obviously all of my chests that I have currently are full, which means at some point we need to make a new storage room before we really do anything else. I think we'll probably do that next episode when this is done, because the whole point of this is to dig it down low enough that we can get the bulk storage behind it and have the minecart track flow down here, and then we can use it at the bottom right here. And if you hadn't noticed, this actually links up to this section right here where this part of the castle gate entrance is. The only annoying thing is, though, you've probably noticed it already, which I tried to get them level when I originally built them, but as you can tell, that is not level with the center of this, so I've had to shuffle it one block over, which is really, really frustrating, because look at how much work this has gone into it. I only noticed it when I dug through the wall. This one block here, hang on, here, you see the one change that we've had to put in? Otherwise, this thing would have been fine. I'm not moving it across now because it is too late for that. Just a lot of terraforming that needs to be done up top right there. And eventually this will go all the way down to bedrock level, but after a certain while, I think I'm just going to replace the sides with like stacks of chests going down, and maybe a couple farms sticking out as well, because we do have these little entrances right here, and this is a little reference to Lost in the Depths. I keep, people were confused as to why I left a piece of obsidian in the very, very first wool. Hello, zombie. How are you doing? You shouldn't be spawning up here because I have a torch there. Let's put some more torches up then. So let's put one here, and here, and here. That should be enough, I think, for this area. And obviously there actually is a little bit of a water lake back here, which is why I added this broken area in right here. Just take a bit of suffocation damage in the wall, that's fine. This could spawn mobs, so let's just put a torch here. I don't want anything spawning back here, because I think it'd ruin it. Is there anywhere else they can spawn? Yes, over there. And I think that's it. Obviously the water just flows down there, and you kind of get, again, you get stuck. But luckily, I can just break the wall and go through it. So, this is this area sorted. So obviously this, what I'm trying to do with this is set up a massive storage room underneath it, link it up to the minecart track, which is currently at Y100 and something. It's quite far up. Let's just go and have a look where it is at the moment, because I actually raised it up quite a while ago now, actually, when it connects up all the way to this area right here. I brought this tunnel up. But I don't think it needs to go up anymore. I think it needs to go down. This obviously links it towards where the ship is. And then the track will eventually go this way as well, up these stairs which have been built. And then the original plan was to wrap it round there, bring it across there, and back into that section there. But looking at it, I think it'd make more sense to kind of change this here. I think what we have to do is keep this junction here, but then immediately put another junction in, going to the left, and kind of will center it on wherever the center point is. It's probably going to be about here in this section right there. But that's for another time, because I need to do a lot more terraforming to do anything with that. As you can tell, there's still more random chests around, and it's really, really annoying. I thought I'd cleared all these, but it seems that every time I work in an area for an extended period of time, I seem to end up with more chests than I started with. So we need to set up a bulk storage room at some point in the world. It's probably going to have to be where the end stuff is down here. I think this is the easiest place for me to access everything. It's center of the world. We just need to make this thing so much bigger, because currently it's got, what, 12 chests, and I think like most of them are full. Well, not that one, but the dirt one is, one of the gravel ones is. I'm trying to stop pressing stuff. That's not too bad. That's got quite a bit in. The wood's almost full. That was full at one point, I think, the clay one, but yeah. So these I've been using to obviously make my stone material. But we have like 7 or 8 chests at the top over here where the castle's being built as well, right where the enchanting building is. So it's kind of getting a little bit out of hand, so we need to sort this all as well. But we'll do it next time. And maybe what we'll do is we'll also put a little storage room in the front of the castle, finish that top of that roof, because I'm pretty sure that roof's not finished. It's been a while since I did anything on the castle, because it took a lot out of me to build what I had. So obviously at some point I need to finish this here, this roof, get the roof finished, and then connect up this front part of this sort of part of the castle. You can see which bit I'm talking about. It's that bit right there. But enough of me rambling about what's going to be done from next episode onwards. Now that I'm back in the rhythm of being in the world, let's go make ourselves a quick little cocoa bean farm. Now, let's have a look which buildings we can actually use for this, because I'm thinking it's going to have to be this one right here, which has the old... This is another area that's got chests in, with the fishing stuff down here. Most of this I've taken out since. The other thing is, though, might have to make it so that you can have it 6 tall. So let's probably think about this. If we want... I mean, the other alternative is probably just to do this, 1, 2, and have them 4 high, and just place them like this. Because if we do them like this, we can go all the way around the tree stuff as well. I mean, it doesn't really get us a lot, so if thinking about it where we want to put it so that we overlap everything perfectly, we'll have one here as well. And so if that sticks out there, this is a potential cocoa bean spot, which would go there. Have I got that right? Yes, because then this one would be here, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so that's everything. There isn't really much to do, so we might actually start this storage room now, because the cocoa bean farm literally took a couple of seconds to do. It's probably because we don't really have that much cocoa beans to put on it. It just needs to kind of start developing a lot. Wow, they grow fast! I guess we can just put some more on, and obviously when the cocoa beans grow, you can't walk through anyway. Wow, I didn't realize how fast cocoa beans grow. It tells you this is the first time I've worked with cocoa beans. Let's just place those up there. Yeah, so let's probably fill most of this right here. We don't want those on that pillar there because that's the door. Like so. We'll just, I think what we'll do for now is we'll just keep them on these 3 pillars where the door is. And I'll just come in here every so often and just keep updating it and chucking more cocoa beans onto the ones that we have. Oh, don't break that. Yeah, because obviously we can't use that one because of there. In fact, what we'll do, tell a lie, we'll move this one because it's got a torch on the wall. It's got everything that we don't really want. So, this is a potential spot. This is. Let's just move it down and just do it here. I don't think really we need to be that picky with where we're putting stuff, as long as it's not near a torch on the wall and we can access it and break it and things like that. So look, there's another one there already. See, this won't take very long to get enough brown to make the brown carpets that we're looking for. But in the meanwhile, what we actually might do then is, I didn't realise how short that was going to be, is we might have a look at doing at least the storage room. So what we probably want to do is use this area down here, since it actually is here. This used to be a very major part of the storage room, but what we want to do is, what I'm looking at here is, we first of all, we want to continue the floor through. So we're going to raise it up by 1 block. Let's get rid of this. End base can wait, so we'll get rid of that. Destroy this. Put some cobblestone in the wall. We'll swap that over, because it will be on the one underneath, which can go here. Because if we're raising the floor up to be all stone, what's in this chest? Oh dear. So this is going to be a little bit fiddly to get this started. See, I've got all this random material hanging around, which I don't need. So let's get that here. Maybe what we could do is we can extend the walls through and do it multi-layered. I think that might be a better idea. Is bring a staircase. I wonder if this wall's safe to dig through. Probably isn't, but I mean, we could probably start with there. So what we're looking for, we are looking for normal wood, which we have right there and there and there. And then all this random junk, which is going to be in my inventory for quite a while now. So, let's just cover that up. I don't really need it. I'm going to actually remove this wall, because if we're going to make it like a massive storage room, I mean, if we're going to put... I'm not sure. I'll take it out for now so I got the ease of access of getting in and out. But if we're going to continue with, like, the weird shape and continue, like, putting brick on the inside, which I probably won't, yeah, we kind of just need to make it flow into the room so much better. So let's... Oh, I've got a full stack there, first of all. Use that. And plus, all the torches shouldn't be on the floor. The torches should be on the walls as well. See, this is such a nice area to come into. It's such, like... I like the fact of all that curving at the top there. And it gives you the height of the room and how much height we actually need to set double chests up. If we're setting double chests against the walls... So that's probably why the wall makes sense to expand out by 1 here. is we'll probably alternate which chests are going where. So we could use this wall, bring our chests out by 2 blocks so that they're flush with here. Oh, actually, would we bring them... I might actually offset them and put them in there at this depth. So that when you've got a double chest in the wall, but you're not actually looking at it. Okay, that's not quite near the ceiling just yet. But if we put a chest here, per se... So let's just trash a little bit of this area right here so we can work with it. There we go. So if this is the back wall and we put 2 chests in right there, which I could actually just set up. We could actually set up like a back wall as well. Let's put those 3 stone there. So we're not actually looking at any of the horrible blocks. And plus we're going to need crafting benches and stuff as well. I do know we're going to need quite a few tripwire hooks though. In fact, let's just do that. Because if I make 8 double chests... Don't want to go to the middle. What am I doing? This is just poor crafting on my half. There we go. Let's just jump up right here. So if we do this all the way up, I think what I could do down the middle is set up some furnaces. And then maybe ender chest at the end and things like that. It's probably alternating might be the best way of doing this. For now at least anyway. Let's just create some more chests and just put some next to it and see how it looks. Because if this is like... if it doesn't look that bad, I think I'll keep it. But we need to put a chest here. And there. So that's what it'd look like. I think if we put furnaces down the middle, I think it'd look a lot better. And tell you what, let's just go and grab some cobblestone. Let's try that out. Cobblestone will be in this. Oh, we have furnaces already made. 60 odd. It's quite good, actually. But, I mean, eventually we do need to set up another automatic furnace array. I mean, it's good. But I think that eventually when we create a mass storage room, like a proper, decently sized room. The other thing is I've also skipped it a little bit here because this, I think you can see these. Oh, no, you can't. Which blocks can you see? Oh, that's the first one right there. So actually doing it to 4 blocks height is not bad. Can you? Why can you see that though? Is that visible from the outside? If I go around there and you can't see it, I think I'll just leave it like that. Just a little bit open. Where is that? That is right there. You can't really tell, to be fair, can you? The fact that the trees cover it up, you don't really notice that. So I think that's fine. Opening up the wall, though, has made a huge difference. I have noticed that already. There we go. But those 3 cobble blocks are now really obvious. Oh, they're holding up the floor above. I see. So if I do this, it's 2 gravel blocks. So... jump here. There we go. So yeah, as you come in, there'll be a little bit of a walkway. Probably have a little bit of odd bits and stuff, like a junk piled section and things like that that you can use. But then it will come into a straight area like this. Which at the end, I think what we'll do is we'll have it come down into where the end area is. Because obviously we haven't really worked on doing anything with our end portal just yet. Because obviously we've got the stronghold under this area right here. So the chests will sit on blocks of wood. Move that chest in just a second. That was weird. I couldn't place blocks on the floor there. But yeah, if that's the room... get rid of that. So we actually have like a back wall's worth of spare space here, which is nice. Because it means that we can design it properly. We're going to waste so much material doing this with the chests. What I probably should have done, actually, because I think I have, like, a lot of chests built. So I need to stop making new ones, because I've got so many already in the wood chest over here, if I remember correctly. There's 42 of them. Yes, I should stop making chests for now. So let's do the same with this wall. Let's tear out, like, the alternating piece here. I don't really need to make it too fancy. I just feel like as long as it's practical for what it wants to do, I think that's all it needs to be for me. Because we'll make a proper fully automatic one when the minecart one goes into place. It's just now we just need like a sort of bigger room than we've got already, essentially. Let's just tear that out. There we go. 2, 3, and 4. So they'll come out the wall like that. I mean, I guess it stops me using the furnace array that we have up top as well. And we also do need to figure out a way of putting an anvil and ender chest. What else do we need to put in here? Anvil, ender chest. Yeah, that's about right. And let's put 3 more furnaces. Because then I guess we could fuel these furnaces from the back. And we could set up an automatic furnace array at the end there. I don't know. Maybe not. I'm not sure. This is the wall for the building, isn't it? Yes, it is. So we need to be careful not to intrude on that too much. So that's why it stops and goes up here, because it's a one-tiered building, but this sneaks back to where this is, if I remember correctly, if I dig through, if I can spot it, there it is. Okay, so I've actually gone past it, it's there. That's what I was looking for, is if we actually make an easy entrance here, we could probably put like an elytra drop, or elytra, like kind of platform that we could jump off to get out. I think that's also a good idea with what we could do as well. I think it's that, isn't it? No, it's stone. So this is what happens when you forget what areas have been built with what. Is I've changed my mind so much in the last, I don't know, couple of weeks. Kind of all the building styles changed completely. What's in my inventory that I can get rid of? There's just like a lot of food and random saplings from earlier. So let's just do that. Oh, not that. And zombie flesh can go in the bottom. And that should clear us a little bit of space up. Okay, so this actually, it doesn't look too bad. I mean, what we will have to do is set it up so that you can at least... I'm not sure, in all honesty. So, we need to get a hold of some andesite, because I'm thinking of just copying that pillar onto the end there. Because if we bring the chests back probably 2 more blocks this way, we could probably run above them as well. So, let's just tear this out here. Need to get that shovel on the bar. I need to be more organised when I'm doing stuff like this as well. There we go. Let's grab that. Good for the jump boost. Otherwise, I'd be struggling tremendously here. There we go. Let's do that. 3 more pieces of wood there. And a load more chests. 2, 3, 4. And then let's grab this. Make another crafting table. I mean, it depends, I guess, which chests I'm in, which crafting tables I'll be using. I didn't really want to overdo it. Just as a really loud bike goes past in the background. But yeah, I think that looks okay. Especially if we continue the theme of the stone brick and the andesite above it. And we give myself an extra way of getting in and out of this place. Besides using this over here as well. I think this is actually a nice... It makes good use of what we've got in this area already. Which I think is a good thing. So we kind of terraform this at the same time. There we go. So now we've actually got a good secondary exit there. But I think what we also need is a way into that house maybe or something. I'm not sure, but we'll kind of think of that next time. This side is probably going to be the exact same as the one we've just got. Is this... Can I dig this wall? I don't think I can I? I think... Knowing that this wall can't be dug out might be a little bit awkward. Because if it offsets itself, how far back does it go? All the way by the look of it. So it goes to exterior block. Let's get my map out so I can see what this is. I mean, the alternative is just to smash through the wall. So it's x minus 12 is really what I'm looking at. And the wall I'm on... is it's going to be very close, especially if I want to put 2 deep chests on this one. So it would be how high? 1 more. It would be there. Maybe what we can do on this side for the first set is put some singles in, especially because it's going to rip through into that extra piece that you can see there. So if we put a set of single chests in here instead, but we'll obviously still point them sideways so it doesn't look silly. Which way do they look? They point this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make another crafting bench. This is a good waste of my materials. I've probably got loads of crafting benches already made in there as well. But yeah, if we do that, and then at this point then continue the theme with our chests. So like so. And then furnaces there. More chests would be here. Yeah, so it'd be something along the lines of that, which I think is actually not a bad storage room. It's also, for a sec there, I thought that the room wasn't centered. It was going to bug me, that, if it wasn't. Let's put them on these blocks right here. And then for now, I'll just put a couple down the middle. Because I think at the end what we'll do is we'll put the, move the ender chest down there, we'll move an anvil down there, and I think what we'll also do is, we'll change this a little bit so it's got a staircase to go up to that as well, so you can actually work your way down, especially because I don't think I'm using that house, so what we could do is put the, literally just rip through the side of the house and just, if we have to put a false wall in so that we can build the staircase, I'm definitely doing it. I feel like that makes so much more sense. Because at least it gets used to that balcony then as well. I mean, if it has to connect the two together. But would you offset your staircase or would you put it in the middle? I would probably put it in the middle. And it looks, we might have enough space to do it if we start from here. Yeah, because that's the roof there. And then it would be here and there. So yes, if the stair blocks are on top of those, would that be okay? I mean, if it's 3 wide, the staircase would only be 3 wide, so you'd easily be able to access that. In fact, tell you what, we're just going to grab some stairs and we're going to add it in anyway. Because, I mean, if the longer we debate this, the less I'm actually going to get done, which is no good for anybody. So, let's get ourselves a nice little pattern going. Let's do this. Sorry, ladder, you're not needed anymore. 2 straight posts. This is why I don't tend to build too much on camera, because I always mess things up. Break this. Oh, because this is all designed as if it was a floor. Or, no, so not a floor, a roof. That's what it is. Because this is the roof, isn't it? Yeah. That can stay there. I'm not bothered. Can you see? No, you won't be able to see any of that. So yeah, just a nice little staircase to put in there. That we can get rid of by placing in stone, which is there in my inventory. This side could go stone there. Yeah, I think that's okay, that staircase. What we do need to put in is sort of a 3 high pillar there and one that brings it up to here. Let's just break that, place that here. We do need to put a little bit of light in here though, otherwise it's going to look a little bit silly. This could be just stone brick, just so you don't look at it. And we'll do the same on the other side, so we need the stone brick, so this would be 1, 2, 3. Where did I put that pillar of brick? It's here, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's that. And then just a bit of terraforming to do on this last piece right here, which is just those 2 blocks there. Aha! Now it's actually getting somewhere, which I like. Now obviously the last thing really is to just make a buttload more chests, which I'm going to do with this stack right here. I just want to at least get the chests in place for this episode, so that if I do anything next time, I could do all the moving of the stuff off camera. And then I could also sort out what's wrong. We need another 1, 2, 3, 11 chests. 11 times 8 is 88, so we're going to need a little bit more. Put that back. There we go. Just make 16, so at least I've got enough. And plus, I can guarantee that all these chests would open. And if I ever need to expand the storage room that we've got here, then I could take out some furnaces and put trap chests between them. I think that's the easiest thing to do. Is I will put 3 furnaces here, 3 furnaces there, and we need 3. Yeah, 3. But for now, I will leave one of them in the wrong place, just to remind me that I do need to move that chest. So if we put it here in the floor, there we go. And then I'll leave that back there. At least I remember that needs moving to sort that out, otherwise it will look stupid. And then I guess what we could also do from here is we could probably create like a second floor. But I think what we'll do, we'll keep that for next time. What I will do though is come round here. I've got my stairs on me, which is really good, and I could do this and just do upside down stairs across the lot, and then all the andesite stuff can go above it and everything looks okay. Oops, that was the wrong placement. I could probably reach that from here, can't I? Yes, there we go. So at least I can open all those chests, and I will change the blocks here. I mean, you're never looking at them outside anyway, so I might as well be the blocks on the inside that I want as well. So it brings it up, and then, yeah, I think that looks okay. It's this bit that's worrying me now, is these random pieces of stone brick. But I don't mind them, actually. It looks awkward because the stairs come so far forward, but maybe what I do, if I do 2 stone brick pillars, but I have the top piece be smooth stone like that one is. So this would be 1 and then 2 there. And then obviously I can bring... Oh, which block am I on there? Oh, I'll leave it with that for now. Because I think I'm just being picky for the sake of being picky at this point. Yeah, because it would match up with this block on here, where I've just knocked out that torch for God knows how many times I've done it. So yes, there, and then we go to here, we grab our stairs, and we just copy it over to this side. And then obviously from the front, it looks good. But it's the practicality of everything else inside of it that will be the key. Getting everything in the right locations so that I know which chests have what is also a good thing as well. But that pretty much wraps up for what we have to do in this episode, and it pretty much wraps up what time I have as well. Thought I placed that in there. But yeah, we've done okay. What I will do though is, just so I can get a screenshot, is I will move that into there temporarily, and I will fix that at a later date. There, I'll put that in. I'm going to have to go in just make a tiny extra bit of wood there. Aha! So we have our nice little storage room. I think what we'll do is we'll carry on this next time, and I will move the stuff then between the 2 episodes following that. At least then we could probably have a design that we like. And until next time, I hope you've all enjoyed. And yeah, I will see you all then. Bye bye.